Hi everyone, how are you? Today is Wednesday, November the 15th. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the year. I just can't believe it. And the weather was really nice today. Chilly still, but sunny, and I went for a pleasant walk with my dog. All this week's supposed to be really warm, so that's awesome. Hi Pamela, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome. Hi Ashley, how are you? Welcome. So for my dog's being good. Today I thought I'll introduce myself in a minute. I'll just wait for a few more people to sign in. But today I thought we could share, quotations or any kind of affirmations that you found have worked really well for you. It's kind of one of my hobbies. I love to collect quotations, and I use them to inspire myself, inspire my students, or even when I want to do some writing or work on my blog. I love to use quotations. So if anyone has any quotes they'd like to share, I guess it would have to be kind of short, wouldn't it, to be able to write it inside the text there, but you can share that. I'll just oh, hi Mary Ellen, how are you? Nice to see you. Familiar names, lovely, nice to see you. So just a reminder, you know who I am, Wendy D'Angelo. I do mediumship. I'm a mediumship development teacher. I also am a guest speaker at spiritual churches. I love to talk about anything metaphysical, anything spiritual, and I particularly love to talk about how you can integrate spirit into your day-to-day life. That's my big thing right now. Oh, hi, Dawn. How are you? Missed you yesterday, Dawn. Hi, Kelly. How are you? So everyone knows how this works. It'll be about 90 minutes long. We'll chat for a few minutes, then I'll get to some mini mediumship readings. And today's topic I thought would be inspiring quotes. So I actually was all excited. So I went on my Google Drive to look up some of my quotes. So here's a few that I really like. This one, I think I wrote this one. I forgot to, I should have put my name if I wrote this one, but this one is, be brave enough for the thing tucked away in your heart. I thought, whoa, I just love that. And just think of all the times, we really want to do something, but we procrastinate or we put it off and we say, oh, that's so silly, shouldn't do it. But it just talks about, being brave, being courageous, putting yourself out there and taking a risk. It's just so important. Oh, thank you, Kelly, for the feedback. Kelly just said, thank you for last week. You were spot on with everything. Hi, Shannon. Another quote that I really like, I'm just sharing, I had a chakra cleaning over the weekend. Isn't it amazing? Absolutely. It's so important to work with your own energy, understand your own energy, get it flowing through your body, get rid of things that no longer serve you. Because if you don't understand your own energy, how are you going to understand external energy around you, right? Energy of others, energy of a spirit communicator, energy of your guide. It's all about energy and love. Don't forget the love part there too. Another quote that I really liked, hi Shelley, is a great attitude becomes a great mood, which becomes a great day, which becomes a great year, which becomes a great life. So it just reminds us all again, and I need this because I think I've mentioned I'm not a morning person, but I'm doing better, actually. I'm getting up earlier in the morning. Just starting off your day with a great attitude makes such a difference. And I know if you find you're falling down, you're like, oh, I'm in one of those moods, just stop, right? Realign yourself, be positive again. Yeah, oh, Dawn says she's like, I'm like that. Welcome to my club. Absolutely. Hi, Hannah, how are you? Another quote that I like, I just have a few quotes here if that's okay with everybody, is doubt and delay are evidence of a disconnection from faith and courage. And I'd like to say your guide also. Do not doubt that you can be a person of greatness, nor delay the acts of strength and love that will prove it. There you go. I must have this thing in my head because I'm really about moving forward, taking a risk, doing what you're meant to do. Because if you have this inkling or your gut saying this is something I need to do, well, if you don't try it, you're never going to know, right? You're absolutely not going to know. And just, COVID, having lost a lot of people in my life, I'm like, I'm not putting anything on hold anymore. I'm not putting anything on hold. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Shelley. How are you? Another quote that I like is this one. There's no coming to consciousness without pain. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to avoid facing their own soul. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. And that's Carl Jung. And absolutely, I talked about the importance of doing self-development when you do mediumship. Even if you don't do mediumship, self-development is so important. Working with your childhood traumas, seeing what unhealthy tools you kind of picked up and you're still using in your adult life. So really important. Self-development is really important. And like I always said, I'd like to do it here on the earth plane, do all my development, the forgiving, the compassion, all those things that I need to do rather than on the other side. Because when I'm on the other side, it's going to be awesome. And I want to do some other learning other than learning more and more about myself. All right. Hi, Priscilla, Sherry, Ashley. Another quote that I really like is this one, which is just tells you how important it is to be in that kind of, to be grounded, to be in the moment, to be aware of your thoughts. And it says, be still like a mountain and flow like a great river. And that's what it is, right? Still like a mountain, grounded within yourself. You know who you are, you know what you represent. And then you flow like a river. To me, I'm interpreting that as like the energy, right? You're flowing with the energy. You know what's for your highest good. You're in connection with nature, with your spirit guide. All is well. You're just in that flow. And you absolutely know when you're in the flow because things just kind of fall in your lap. And then this is crazy. And like things are just coming. And you don't have to work at it. You don't have to grab it. You don't have to be anxious about it. It just flows into your space. And that's what I find mediumship is too. You're in that sweet spot. You're in that, you're in your spirit meeting place and things just, right? Your spirit communicator flows in, the information flows, and you just share it with your recipient. So it's all about the flow, being in the flow. Kelly likes that one, go with the flow, absolutely. This is another good quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. I'm going to read that again. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Absolutely. And the key there is, right, to be yourself. So it's, right, putting in that work. Who are you? Right? Who are you? What you stand for? What's important for you? Do you recognize your energy? Do you recognize your gifts, your passions, and what is unique about you that you're bringing into this world to help others in their healing, to help others empower themselves? All those things are really important. Well, I feel like I'm doing a lot of philosophy today. I hope that's okay with everybody. The other quote I love, and as you know, my dog's name, oh, he's not here. My dog's name is Hamlet. So this is a William Shakespeare quote from Hamlet. There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. So the power of thought, right? And for myself, when something doesn't go quite as I expected, or I'm thinking, oh, I really bombed at that, I say, what was my lesson? What was the learning in that? So I like to twist things and always make things positive. There's learning in everything. Does anybody have any questions for me after I did that whole, after I gave you all those heavy duty quotes to think about? Any questions about mediumship? Yeah, take Sarah. Yeah, I'm taken over by thoughts. Absolutely. And you know what? I have those moments too. When was that? I think it was last week because I'm feeling much better, but I was really sick last week. And I find when I'm sick, it's like I got the monkey mind too. And I can't sleep, and so much is in my head. And I'll tell you again, it's going into the silence. It's doing a chakra clearing, like maybe you've picked up on the energy of others and you're misinterpreting this, that it's your own. Clearing your chakras, sitting in the silence, maybe even journaling, sitting down and saying to your God, what is it? What's up with me? Doing some affirmations. I spent a lot of time at the park going on the trails with my dog. Just walking around nature helps me so much. I just, looking at the trees, looking at the sky, the clouds, listening to the breeze. It seems so simple, but, nature is anything but simple. I mean, spirit you can see everywhere in nature. And I just try and tune into that kind of balance, harmony, calmness. And it really helps me with my monkey mind. Shannon said, my daughter wants to know if there's ever an end to a spirit. Ever an end to a spirit. I would, okay. I'm not an expert on this, but from my knowledge, for what I understand right now is spirit continues and continues. And what will happen is you will decide when you're on the other side, you want to reincarnate. There's more learning to do. So you can come back as, I don't know, maybe, like I said, whenever I think of past lives, I'm always am a man. So maybe this was my first incarnation as a woman. So maybe next time I'll come back as a man again, or maybe I haven't learned everything I need to learn as a woman. I come back as a woman. And sometimes, I've also heard that if you've evolved enough your soul and what you've done here on the planet, you can actually decide to stay on the spirit side and become a guide for somebody, which would be kind of awesome. You know what? I don't know specifically. I have not heard anyone speak about coming back as an animal, but you know what? First thing I thought of is like, why not? Animals are beautiful creatures. Animals definitely have a spirit. Animals definitely have a purpose. So I would say, why not? Why not? But that would be something awesome to look into. Yeah. I'm just always blown away by the animal world. It's extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. It's an honor to be able to share the planet with them. And I get very, very upset when I think about how animals are treated. And sorry to any developers, I get really upset how a developer can just go and buy the land, like, oh, okay, this is my land, I own the land. They dig it all up. Where'd all those animals go? Are they packing their suitcase and hitching a ride somewhere else? It's like, how can this happen? Like, there should be some responsibility where the developer has to put money towards, the ecosystem or parks, or, move the animals. I don't know. That's bothered me since I was a young child. It bothers me a great deal, a great deal. I was just watching on, I think it was Facebook, a gentleman that works in an elephant sanctuary, and he had gone away for a month, and then he had a reunion with the elephants, and it was just the elephants recognizing him and coming back, and it's like, oh my goodness. Like, the bond and relationship we have with animals is just so sacred. I do myself, like, I'll donate some money towards certain causes, like animals, and I love birds. I love birds a lot, so I donated money towards birds, helping with natural habitats with birds, and things like that. So I try to do what I can and learn about animals. Like, I know they say it's not a good idea to really feed animals because they need to be able to learn how to find their own food, and you don't want animals to become too connected to people because that's when they get hurt. So I'm always trying to learn more and do what I can for animals. Hi, Siobhan, how are you? Hi, Tessa, how are you? Any other questions? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And think again just about animals and think about all the amazing signs, right? You get from, it can be your spirit guide, it can be from your loved ones in spirit you get. If I could tell you, I have like a jar full of these beautiful feathers that have landed on like my front step or on my windshield, and I found like a piece of a puzzle in the middle of the winter. When I walk down the street, I never go down. And my father, I have my dad's puzzles. I've got to put up a nice display, and I knew it was my dad immediately. And it was funny because I was just talking to someone about like deer and a stag. I've just seen a stag that's kind of appeared in my spirit world, and a stag's a symbol of wisdom and new things to come. And that very day, I tell you, I found 4 quarters with like a steer, right? A horned steer a day. So I was like, whoa, I can't believe this. I never find quarters. I always find dimes. My dad sends me dimes, but that day I was finding quarters all over the place. So that was just confirmation I was on the right path, and that was all interpreted correctly. And I just smiled and I said, thank you. You're just so awesome. There you go. Siobhan said, I'm constantly seeing angel numbers and I feel like my mom's there with me. Everything I see. Absolutely. Absolutely. I used to have the numbers quite a bit. And you know what? Even if I do, I'm happy to say I'm not waking up so often in the morning like I was before. But when I do, I'll just, I'll kind of glance and I'll just look at the clock. And then I'll remember, I'll write it down. And I'm like, I'm going to just go online and check out what those numbers mean and just see if it resonates with me that I woke up at that time and I was directed to look at the numbers. Oh, Dawn says her dad sends her quarters. Isn't that awesome? Angel numbers, and I love it. I know, isn't it awesome? It's just, you just know, you don't have to question it. It lifts your spirit. I laugh, I smile. Everyone thinks, I'm a little kooky. And I think I told you about the story about finding a dime, and the same time my husband had someone at his work said, what's with all these dimes around your shop? What's going on? So that was a really funny day. That one was just awesome. And my dad hadn't passed that long when we found all those dimes. And I have to tell you, my dad would go, my husband has his own automotive garage, and my dad would go to my husband's shop and just kind of hang out there and wait for the car to be repaired. And he'd say, boy, Mario has all these, interesting characters there. He goes, I just love to go there and watch all the excitement and the drama going on there. And so it made a lot of sense that this gentleman was recognizing dimes and brought it to my husband's attention. I thought that was so funny. Shannon, let's see, Sarah, how will I know when I receive a sign from a loved one? Usually what I find, Sarah, is sometimes you're thinking about them and then you'll see something that catches your eye, or it could be the opposite. You'll see something, you'll go, oh my God, it's from my dad. Like when I saw that puzzle, it's the middle of the winter and there's a puzzle piece, one single puzzle piece lying on the sidewalk in my path down a street I never go down. I mean, I knew immediately that was from my dad. And I think I mentioned when I had 2 evenings in a row, it was 3 a.m, my fire alarm went off. 2 evenings in a row, and I knew, it was like, okay, Dad, what is it? There's an emergency. Okay, what is it? What is it? And then I knew I had to go see my mom. My mom was in trouble, etc. So I followed through on that. So you know in your gut. I just want to say you know in your gut without question. And it can even be something like you're driving down the street and you see the name. I remember when my first dog's name was Snoopy when he passed away. And it was so hard. My very first dog, I don't, sorry. And he passed away Remembrance Day. So I just thought about him again. And he passed away about, 14 years ago, and I still love him, and I think about him all the time. And I remember when he passed, all of a sudden I kept seeing Snoopy. Snoopy was on TV. I saw Snoopy like in the community on signs. I kept seeing people wearing Snoopy t-shirts. I was like, oh, am I losing my mind? And it was just right, just giving me the sign, you know, I'm okay. I'm not in pain anymore. Don't have guilt. Everything's okay. You just know, because it just can't be a coincidence. That's what I want to say. You just know in your gut. Dawn, I see 10 and 11 all the time. During my cleanse, he told me that 10 is significant, and once he saw 11. So hopefully I know soon what those numbers mean for me. Absolutely. And remember with numerology, right? I don't have my numerology book here. Certain things stay in my mind, other things don't. Sorry, I've got a busy kind of unpacking brain right now. So I definitely look up the number 10 and 11 and see what they mean. And then just feel into that too, right, Dawn? Does that resonate with you? Tina, I've been seeing 11, there you go, for the last few weeks. And now my son has started seeing it too the last week. Ah, fascinating. 11, 11. Very cool. So I would say, due to the fact, just the fact that you're seeing it, Tina, and your son is too, and it's a double, so double digits, the same one repeating, so it's even a stronger kind of energy with the 11, 11. So I would definitely say that would be a sign from a loved one. Absolutely. Tina, maybe think into it. I don't know. I feel it's like up from a male on the other side. That's the energy I'm getting to the 11, 11. So think about that 11, 11. I feel like it's a male. Kelly, I feel like I'm realizing my life is a puzzle, and I'm beginning to put it together. Oh, that's so lovely. Yeah, you know, Kelly, I've had that. I think I felt like it was a puzzle piece since I could verbalize it, like as 12 years old. So absolutely, it's lovely when you start putting the pieces together. And you know, it's funny. My daughter and I had a text conversation because she's in Australia, and she's reading a book which I can't remember what the name is about, but it's about kind of doing the inner work. And I tell you, once you get on your spiritual path and you start doing the inner work, and you stop, like, instead of saying, oh, I feel so empty, I don't know what direction, I'm so down, and you just avoid and whatever. People buy things, they party, they travel, they do everything but sit in the silence. But once you're ready to sit in the silence and kind of do the inner work and reflect on who you are and your gifts and all those things, then you can just start, the puzzles just start to fit together. And for myself to see people empowering themselves and moving forward in their journey, there's nothing more rewarding. Absolutely nothing more rewarding. So I get so excited when people tell me that the pieces are fitting. It's like, yes, yes. And isn't it marvelous? Isn't it marvelous? There you go, Tina. I feel that's from your husband. Thank you. Yeah. We'll see if he'll come through when I do the readings again, because I knew he's getting a message to you and your son. It's like the two of you, you know, like it's almost like two bookends. But let me just see if there's yeah. Yes, and I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you, Dawn. She's just saying, sorry for your loss, Tina. Yes, myself as well, Tina. Yeah, but it's that coming together. And as you start to feel like the pieces coming together, you're going to start to feel the flow more. Things are going to make sense. It's going to be a little easier to make decisions. New people will flow into your life that will support you. People that really didn't support you, they may flow out. So there'll just be changes. You'll see changes for sure. Any other questions for me at all before I get started. I usually do a monthly newsletter, and I'm feeling kind of guilty because I haven't done one for November yet because I was so sick. I've been so busy and I'm unpacking. So I think I'll do like a November, December newsletter. So if you ever check out my website, you're more than welcome to sign up for my newsletter. And I'll just talk about things like the energy for the month, things like that. Yeah, take the month. Yeah. And in December, I'll just give you a heads up. I think my daughter's coming from Australia, so all my children are going to be home for the holidays. So probably my last live Wednesday event's going to be December the 13th. Then I believe I'm taking probably 3 weeks off just to kind of, decompress, relax, and just be in the holiday spirit. I'm inviting all my family members to my home just to continue the tradition in honor of my mom and dad. And, me being the oldest sibling, I just, agreed in my heart to do that for the family because it's so important. So I really want to be there grounded and in the moment to bring healing to my extended family. Oh, yeah. And Dawn says her kids and grandkids will be there for Christmas. I'm so excited. Absolutely. It's about that connecting. And if you're not connecting with family, any friends that you have, pets, and seriously, I know my parents are around me. They check in quite a lot in my new home, and I'm going to be inviting them in Christmas morning. Here's a place of honor for you. Come on in. Let's, be here, enjoy this celebration. And I know they're going to be here, but I'll just put out that invitation to mom and dad to come and join us for the family celebration. But I know they're going to be here. I know they're going to be here. I can feel them kind of laughing, listening to me right now. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just, I'm just one of those. My one sister keeps saying to me, now, don't you have high expectations, okay? Don't you disappoint yourself. Like, no, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I decided I'm doing it like kind of like a buffet. So everyone's going to bring a dish just to make it a little easier. Because I think this is going to be a really emotional Christmas for myself. So every celebration, of course, is, right? All of us that are grieving, we never forget our loved ones. They're part of our lives still. My parents are still part of my life. My grandmother, my in-laws, my pets, they're all a part of my life. Forever, right? Our relationships are eternal. Sorry, all of a sudden I got really sad there. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'll put their pictures out. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone it's just easier, right? Because I think it's going to be, oh boy, I don't know, 18 people. That's a lot of dishes and pots and things like that. So yeah. And we're going to do some fun games. I don't know if you guys do that. It's called the Dirty Santa game, where everyone brings a gift and you wrap it up, then people steal the gift off each other. That's lots of fun. We're going to do that. And I want to sing Christmas carols. I don't know. It reminds me of when I was little, going to my grandma's Christmas Eve, and I want to do that again because we always used to do that. So I'm going to pull out some Christmas carols too and have a good time. I think traditions I feel are really important, family traditions, and to keep them going, because I would like my children to do that too in their future families. Hi Sam, how are you? Sam Baldwin. Okay, all right. So my intention, I'm going to start with the readings now. It's 7:30. So my intention is to give joy to the world. Absolutely. And you know what? Oh, no, it's so cool. That joy's in your heart. And when you open up your heart, you know, and expand it into your aura and then out into the spirit world, we can all in some way heal the world. It's just so beautiful. It's free. Like you don't have, you know, there's not all these instructions to follow. You just got to sit in the silence and feel it, and you know, gift it to others. Gift it to others, whoever you want to gift it to, right? To the animals, to nature, to people that are grieving, whoever you want to do it, gift it to. Okay, so my intention this evening is to give evidence of the survival of consciousness, right? That our souls are eternal, our consciousness survives death, and healing messages to demonstrate that our relationships are eternal, right? Our loved ones are around us all the time. They're aware of what we're doing, and they wish to connect with us just as much as we wish to connect with them. So just take a minute and take a deep breath, relax in your chair. Inhale one more time. Just feel a little bit, right? Your heart light, just getting a little brighter. It's expanding. Expand it out into your aura. Exhale. Inhale again. Hold. And then just welcome your loved ones and spirit in around you. Okay. So I'm going to do spirit-led. I prefer spirit-led. So we'll start with spirit-led. So I'll bring through some evidence. And if you feel you can take 80 to 100% of the evidence, say yes in the comment box. And then I'll come to you. And then I'll just ask you to say yes, no, maybe as I give the information. Okay. I'm just going to say, I don't even know if I have to say my prayer. I already have lots coming, but I'm going to say it for a moment just to ground myself. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm just immediately, even before I connect with your husband, I just keep getting Tina, get Tina. So Tina, if I could work with you, because I know earlier I already was connecting with your husband. So, okay, I'm just going to connect with him. Interesting. He keeps sharing with me your husband. He keeps saying the number 2222222. So I know the number 2 is significant. If you could take the number 2, Tina. And he's also saying, boy, he just keeps showing me an image of you and your son. It's like the two of you, and it's like what I said a little earlier. He's bringing that same feeling to me about, it's like the two of you it's like the two of you together, that you're on this journey together now, the two of you. He keeps saying that, the two of you. And he's showing me things like, you know, okay, he just corrected me on that. I was just about to say that. So he's saying what he wants you to do. He's talking about healing the void. Do you understand that? So it's almost like he's showing me you. He's showing you your son. And then he's showing me the place where he would be. And he's saying, you know, he's very aware that void is there still, that grieving and that emotion is still there. And he's like saying, I'm pushing you together. He's saying it like that. I'm pushing you together. So he's talking about the two of you coming together. Okay, let me just see what else he wants to say about that. Can you take It's interesting. He's showing me, your husband just showing himself to me like wearing a house coat and slippers. So is there some significance about house coat and slippers for your husband? It's almost like I'm seeing, what am I seeing here? Like, it's like plaid pajamas, house coat and slippers. What is he trying to, okay. And I almost feel like, it's like he's, it could almost be, no, okay. I'm going to continue with this because I feel almost like he's showing me a memory. So let me just go a little further with this. I see him like in a house coat, but it's like a men's house coat. There could even be like, there's a connection to something because it's like he's getting up. I know it's a chilly morning. He's going to make a tea. He's going to make a coffee. I'm just seeing maybe the word is a robe rather than a house coat, but it's like a robe. And he's going, and he's trying to be quiet. He's trying not to wake anybody. And I almost see him like quietly moving, like in these, like shuffling his feet in slippers. He's showing me that. So going to the kitchen. I feel he's going to the kitchen. He's going to the kitchen. I keep getting. Okay, let me just see what else he wants to say to me. Okay, but he's showing me that for a reason. Because he's talking about like being cold, like being wrapped. Okay. Okay, that's okay. That doesn't worry me too much because sometimes it's symbolic for me to be able to get something through. Okay, let me see what else he wants. I'm just going to leave that for right now. He's just showing himself going to the kitchen to get something warm to drink. He doesn't want to wake anybody up. He's being very quiet. I know it's early in the morning because he's in his pajamas. He's making sure I know he's in his pajamas because he was showing me the slippers. He was showing me the robe. Okay. Okay, that's okay. Tina, can you would this be, does this resonate with you in terms of it being like a Christmas morning where, because I'm just going to tell you what he's showing me. So he's showing me a tree. He's showing me a couch. He's showing you around the tree. He's showing your son and like you're opening gifts and like he's in the kitchen and he's getting, I don't know, he's making some kind of warm beverage and he's bringing it into the other room. Does that sound familiar? Oh, let me go get you a coffee. It's so early in the morning. Let me go get you a tea or something like that. There's something about it's really early in the morning. And I feel that he's bringing my attention. It really feels like it's a Christmas. It could even be that you got up early with your son and then your husband got up a little later. Like your son could wait. And then he slowly made his way with his coffee there because there's something he's trying to tell me about this. Him coming with something hot to drink. Okay, let me see what else he wants to say. Okay. Oh, two sons. Okay, that's probably that 222. Okay. He's also, Tina, could you also tell me, have you been thinking about, or have you recently done some renovations? Because I feel like he's talking about some kind of renovation. I can't quite tell if it's a bathroom or it could have been a kid. It's like he's showing me, like, it looks like it's like a cabinet or something, some kind of renovation he's talking about. So he wanted me to say that. It's funny, and like he's talking about I feel like you're in a colder climate, because he's talking about like snow forts, like coming, the snow, the bad weather, the snow forts, the boys playing outside. It's interesting to me because he's sharing that in terms of memories, and he's also saying to me that he wants you to take joy in that. If you can take that, it's almost like he wants you. Okay, I understand what he's saying. It's like when you're watching, when you're watching the boys, right? When you watch the boys and you're like, oh, look at that, look at this, they're growing up, da, da, da. It's like he's saying, I'm going to be right behind you, he's saying in spirit, and I'm going to be watching at the same time. So he's giving me that feeling that he's observing and he's watching the boys with you, that you're not doing this alone. He wants me to say that you're not doing this alone. And I don't know, I keep getting this coffee or tea. Are you a coffee or a tea drinker? Because again, I'm seeing you now. Now he's showing you, and it's something warm, because I see the steam, and like you're thinking, and it's like he's behind you, like supporting you. And I'm just seeing drinking a tea or drinking a coffee. I feel it's early in the morning, having to get the boys up, things like that. And he's saying, I'm behind you. I'm just seeing, and you're thinking. And I just feel like you're looking out a window. He's just showing me this image that he's aware of this, of what you're doing. And he's saying, I'm there. I'm supporting you. Like when you feel me, I'm there. And can you I'm just going to give it a little bit more information. Oh, you're in Australia. Darn, why is he saying that? He's showing me some kind of fort. Okay. He's just showing me it's interesting because he's giving me all these Christmas connotations. So I don't know. I'm like seeing a fort. Okay. Let me just see if I can get one more piece of information for you, Tina. But again, he keeps showing that you're drinking something warm. You're looking out a window. You're thinking of him. And it's like it's like, I've got your back, because he's like right behind you. He's showing me that. Let me just see. I know that 1111 was his, because he's just confirming that again and again. And he's saying the two, bringing you together. So it's for your husband. His whole focus in this message, it's all about your sons, and it's about the family and bringing them together, because he keeps saying that, bringing them together. And he's talking about another male figure that's really important, that's going to be helping you, like here on the earth plane. So there's a male figure, and he's saying, like, lean on him. And I know it's a very nurturing figure. And it's a male, and I feel it's an older male. Boy, at first I really wanted to say it was your husband's brother, like a brother-in-law, because he's saying, lean on him for like things around the house. Because earlier I said something about cabinets or renovations or something to be fixed. So he's just bringing through this male to lean on him to help to fix things that need to be fixed. And he's saying, it's funny how he's saying like he's He's saying it like, you know, he's a good egg, you know, reliable. You can count on him. He's a good egg. He keeps saying it like that. And there's some kind of movie that's significant, because he's just referring to a movie. I feel a movie that you would all watch together, like an uplifting movie. Oh boy. He's just saying some kind of movie that he wants you to watch as a family. There's some kind of uplifting, fun movie. I feel like there may even be like a Disney connection to it. So there's some kind of movie he's referring to. Like a fun time, he's saying, with the boys. Go watch this movie. What he just keeps talking about this movie, this movie, this movie. So, okay. And before I leave him, he's also talking about a particular flower. So there's some connection between a flower. I know it's a red flower. He's showing me a red flower. I want to say rose, but it may not be a rose. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but it has big petals and it's red. So he's just referring to the significance of this flower, and he's extending this flower to you with all his love. And again, I'm just going to wrap up with this message. And he's saying his message again. Again, he's just saying he's around you. The focus right now is keeping you all together. And he's saying like happy, safe, healing. So he's bringing all those things to you. He's saying like the family unit, right? And he's saying you're going to heal. You're going to move forward. All's going to be well. He's just saying that again and again. And just a reminder again, he's saying he wants you to reach out if you need some help with things. And he referred to this particular gentleman. He says that will help you. And I'm going to leave you with all his love, Tina. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, as I move my mind to the spirit world, I'm being given the name Peggy. And I feel that this name Peggy, it's connected to a friend. I feel it's a friend energy that's on the other side. And it's interesting because this friend I see, if she's showing me memories, it's like I'm seeing you with this friend almost like in your early adulthood, because she's talking an awful lot about traveling, that traveling was really important. Can someone take someone, Peggy, a friend, and there's a connection to traveling? And I feel that you travel together. She just keeps showing me traveling, and it feels like a friend. And it was someone that you've known a long time. And it's almost like you grew up together, like you went through the rituals of growing up together. Do you know what I mean? Like going on your first trip, going on a date, like all those things, moving out, getting your own place. So I just feel all this connection to growing up together. And I know she's coming through. She's coming through to thank you. So she's saying thank you for helping her. Can someone take someone named Peggy? Or sounds like Peggy. I feel it's a friend. There's a lot of travel connected to her. I want to say like a lifelong friend. You've known her a long time. And she's laughing and talking about aging, how the two of you would joke kind of about aging, like get together and kind of joke, or almost like kind of complain about aging, you know, and aches and pains and things like that. What else does she want to say? She keeps showing me airplanes again. I keep getting airplanes. Can someone take a female in spirit where travel was really important to them? They traveled a lot. Because I'm just seeing planes. She just keeps showing me planes and traveling. Suitcases. Enjoying yourself, getting away. Adventure. I feel you went on like a, I know somewhere on a warm holiday. Almost feels like an island holiday. She's showing me an island holiday was significant. I don't know if my messages are stuck or if no one can take any of the information I'm saying. Okay, let me just see what else she wants to say. She's talking about flying trips. She's talking about car trips. I have my grandma's sister named Peggy, who I never met, and I'm taking care of her sister. My grandma, she traveled, but okay. All right. With my grandma. Okay, thank you. I feel it's for you, Kelly. Okay. I did say island because I saw palm trees. So I saw palm trees when I saw the island. Okay. So let me just say, so Peggy, grandma's sister named Peggy. Okay. And Peggy is in spirit. Is that correct, Kelly? I just want to verify. Okay. Because she's coming through because she wants to thank, because it really feels like I know I said friend because it feels like a beautiful friendship. And sometimes, okay, she's in spirit. Okay. And when sisters are really close and they spend a lot of time together, I interpret that like friendship. Okay, so let me just see why she's coming through. It's interesting when I'm just talking to Peg and she's saying, it's funny. It's like she's apologizing for leaving her. Do you understand that? So the feeling that Peggy's giving me, that it was quite difficult on your grandmother when she passed, because she's apologized. I'm sorry for leaving you. I'm sorry for leaving you, in terms of her passing. And she's saying she knows that was difficult. Can you take with, oh, did you say you don't know her very well? Oh, you never met her. Okay. Okay. Because what Peggy was bringing forward, she just was bringing forward all those memories of the good times, right? With her sister and enjoying herself and traveling and, okay. Let me just see what else she wants to say. Kelly, are you okay? She wanted to talk about you for a minute. Kelly, I feel at this moment you're having let's say some challenges, or the word challenges, maybe some difficulty, angst, over taking care of your grandmother right now. Is that correct? Can you take that, Kelly? Because there's something she's concerned about, the caretaking of your grandma right now. So she's just acknowledging that. Thank you. So that makes sense why she kept apologizing about leaving. Thank you. I was asking her, I was asking Peggy about her passing, and she was just something about her breathing. She was just showing me her breathing, trouble breathing, trouble breathing. So she just didn't go for it. I'm growing. Okay. I'm just going to, the evidence again. She's acknowledging, Peggy's acknowledging right now some challenges right now in the care of your grandmother. Is that correct, Kelly? Yes. Okay, thank you. So that's why she's coming forward to acknowledge that. Okay, so let me just find out. And it's interesting. She's just saying, like, don't feel guilty, because I feel like thoughts are going through your mind, like, do I do this? Do I do that? Can I handle this? I'm not sure. And it's almost like you're feeling in some way, like you're undermining yourself. You're almost feeling like you're not sure if you're up for this. That's how she's presenting this to me, Peggy. And I feel at this time, like what she's showing me in terms of your grandma or sister is that she tends to be more bedridden at this time. Is that correct? Is she in bed? Is she more bedridden? Like she just keeps showing her in bed. And like the challenge is, oh, it feels like boot camp. Okay, I got it. I understand. Okay. Because I see her in bed and getting her up and having to feed her, all those kinds of things. So there's like a lot of, what's the word? A lot of give and take. Okay. But I don't know. I don't know if you got to kick her out of bed in the morning or get up. You can't just, because she just keeps showing her lying in bed. Like I don't know if has a hard time getting up in the morning or, so she's just showing me that about getting her up in the morning. And it's funny when I read the thing boot camp, she's like, yeah, she's like, you can, kick her butt kind of thing. Okay. And she says, you understand, Kelly. I don't know. It's interesting. It's like she's making a connection between you and herself. It's almost like some of the things you're doing for grandma that she would do for her. But I know you didn't really know her or whatever. She's just saying, those are some things that I did for her. And it's almost like now you know her personality. Now you know her personality. It's like they had different personalities, the sisters. Now she's saying, now you know her personality. And she's like saying, like, don't let her grate on her nerves. She's saying it like that. Isn't that funny? Don't let her grate on your nerves. She's saying it like that. It's funny. She's saying, like, once she loosens up, I don't know, once she loosens up, it's like, once she loosens up, it's like when she loosens up, she's like a blast. So there's something about getting her in motion, getting her moving, then everything's okay. It's like you're in a really good flow. Okay. She said, I'm just coming through. I just want her to know that I'm okay. And that I love her. I love her so much. And I just want her to remember those good times. And I know she gets upset, angry, thinking about how I left her. And she's just saying, like, apologies all around. Like she's just saying to the whole family, apologies all around. And she's just saying, like, you be good. You be good. She's just telling her to be good. And I'll leave you with all her love. Thank you so much, Kelly. to prove to my grandma she's okay. Okay, I just, okay, hold on. Let me just see if she'll give me something. It's interesting when you, I don't know, you can ask your grandma, did they have like a little, like pet names or funny names that they would call each other? Because I was just hearing like some funny little name, like, I don't know, it almost sounded to me, I'm just going to say this might just be an example, but it sounded to me almost like it was like Boo Boo Bear, like some strange, like, I just heard like Boo Boo Bear. It's like I heard this strange kind of, I don't know if it's a pet name. I don't know if it was a toy, but I just heard her say like Boo Boo Bear. You know, and I just asked Peggy again. She's saying, you know, I could be a tough cookie. She's saying that. Tough. Something about being tough, 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 tough. She keeps talking tough, 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 tough. What is she talking about this tough, tough? It's like tough times, tough times, tough times. She keeps showing me a bathroom, a bathroom. Tough times, a bathroom. Like I'm like, did she lock herself in like a bathroom? She's just showing me a bathroom. She's talking about tough times. And I feel that at the funeral, I feel that her sister, your grandma, did something significant. Like it's almost like placed a single flower, a single rose, something like that on her casket. There was something that she did, something symbolic of their love and friendship together. There's something that she did there. So I'm just going to share that with you, and then I'm just going to leave you with all her love. Oh, that's what it is. Thank you. Sound like Boo Boo Bear. I'm like boo 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 boo. Awesome. Good. Thank you, Kelly. I'm so glad that I got that through for you. Thank you very much. And I'll leave you with all her love. Yeah, she's just like, she's beaming too. She's happy. She's happy, Peggy, and she's watching you, and she's watching her sister, and she's saying, it's almost like in a funny way, she's like, I'm jealous of the relationship you have. She's like, you know, I almost like want that again, you know, because of all her memories and reliving those things with your grandma. So she's like God bless you. She's really getting a kick out of watching you and your grandma together, and all those, you know, how she's saying it, like you're kind of not detours, like you're trying to figure out how to get things done and to work together. So she's getting a really kick out of that, and she just wants you to know that she is around and she is observing that. And I'll leave you with all her love. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. As I move my mind to the spirit world, I have a male in the spirit, and he's telling me that the relationship is father. So he's someone's father. His personality seems very down to earth. Some people would even say that he's too down to earth. Do you know what I mean? You know, like, you know, those individuals, like, come on, let's go, speed it up. It was like he was almost never in a hurry, never in a hurry. I know for sure in his later life. I also feel that he was, I feel he was a grandfather too, because he just has that grandfather energy. Like, and he's saying to me it was great because as I was slowing down, I became a grandfather. So he's like, that gave me the excuse to kind of sit in the chair, you know, interact with the grandkids and just be the typical kind of grandpa. Do you know what I mean? So he's just kind of smiling, like perfect timing. He's saying it just like that. So no one was trying to, you know, like kick me out of my chair and go do the yard work or let's go shopping or things that he didn't really want to do, if that makes sense. But not a grandpa. Okay. All right. That's okay. Okay. My dad was a grandfather, typical. Okay. Let me just get a little bit more information there. Can you take about his personality that he was starting to slow down and people like, I feel like his wife would always want him to like kind of have the honey to-do list, honey. And he's like, oh, and he would like to try and avoid that at sometimes if he could. So he loved the idea of being kind of like, I don't know, I keep getting grandpa with him, like the idea of slowing down and being a grandpa. So now he had an excuse and he didn't have to go to the honey-do list. You can take that, Alyssa. Oh, very busy. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Good sense of humor. He never wanted to hurt people's feelings, if you can take that. Like I almost feel like instead of like dealing with the issue on hand, he would kind of, you know, like, what's the word? Like pussyfoot around it, like be nice, wouldn't want to, you know, like kind of hurt anybody's feelings. And I feel this was particularly with his wife. He's saying, you know, like she could be annoying and everybody was aware of that. You see, like everybody was aware of that, like the family. But he goes, but it was almost, but he's like, I'm not the one that's going to say. So it's almost like I'm not going there, if you can take that. It's funny how he's saying that. I'm not going there. You know, and it's like kind of like keep her happy, keep everybody happy, keep everything flowing. It was that kind of easygoing guy. Okay, is that okay? I'm just trying to figure out who this is. So Joe's saying yes. Uh-oh, we're getting more people. Okay, he's got to give me something specific. I feel that he had a hobby shop or he like woodworking. I know he had hobbies. There was some kind of hobbies that he enjoyed. He liked to tinker with things. It almost feels like it was in a shed or something. And it's like, uh-oh, there he goes. He's not going to be back for a while. That kind of feeling with his hobbies. Okay. You know what, Alyssa? Alyssa, let's just see if this is for you, Alyssa, because I saw your name pop up a few times and you said yes. Is your dad also was a grandfather? Is that correct, Alyssa? Because I just want to figure out why he keeps showing me grandpa and talking about grandpa. About to be. Okay. I was just going to say, or he's about to be. It's for you. I know it's for you because it just came in my head. About to be, about to be, about to be. Okay, I understand. Okay. So that's why he's coming through. Can you take, okay, Alyssa, I'm just feeling into why he's saying perfect timing, perfect timing. He kept saying that to me, perfect timing, perfect timing. Can you take that this would be perfect timing in terms of the family needing some light and brightness coming in and lifting everybody up? Can you take that, Alyssa? He was excited. Okay, thank you. Okay. And he's like, honey, oh, darn. I'm really feeling a lot of emotion here. Okay, thank you. Because he just keeps repeating perfect timing. And I know there was a lot of tears and things at his passing. And he's just kind of like, I'm just trying to, like, he's just saying, like, honey, everything's okay. Like, don't worry about me, because I know the family's saying, oh, like, if he was only here, if only, and all these thoughts and that and why, and he's saying, but I am there, and I do know. And he said, look, see, I'm coming through just to prove to family that I know and I'm still around and I'm watching, right? Okay, yeah. And he's apologizing for that. And he's saying, I'm so sorry because I didn't want you to have any of those, you know, mental or physical weights on you, right? It's like the perfect pregnancy. That's what he wished, like the perfect pregnancy, the perfect present. And he says, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. And I feel his passing, can you take, Alyssa, that his passing was like heart connected in some way? Like, I'm just feeling the upper chest, like, not feeling well, don't feel myself, find it hard to breathe. Like, I'm feeling all these different kinds of things. Alyssa, if you can take that. And it's almost like you're, oh, and one, okay. And it's like, know what he's saying to me? He says, I can't believe this is happening. Like, he's like saying, like, not this, it's like, yeah. He's like saying, I can't believe this, like, of this way type of thing he's saying. I can't believe it. And then he's like saying in his mind, I'm going to be okay. He keeps saying, like, repeating, I got to be okay. And he just wants you to know that he did all he could. Do you know what I mean? To stay. Because I really feel that your father was a really big protector of you, Alyssa. Because I just keep getting protection. And it's like towards you. Not that anything's wrong, but just that nurturing, fatherly protection for their child. Like, everything's going to be okay. I'm sorry for your loss. And so traumatic like that. Okay. Let me just see what else he wants to say. I feel that you know the sex of the baby. Is that correct or am I incorrect? Alyssa, do you know the sex of the baby? The baby has not been born. Is that correct? I just want to see if I'm on the right track. I feel like the baby hasn't been born yet, but you may be aware of the sex of the baby, but you're not sharing it, or there's some kind of conversation about no sex, no one. Okay. He's sharing with me, so I'm not going to tell you. Okay. I just wanted to ask that because he was giving me a certain color. So, okay. He's just smiling. He's smiling. He goes, okay, don't give her any clues. Okay, I'm not. It's just describing like the newborn. So I don't want to say words at all. Okay. You can come back and tell me, and then I'll tell you if that's what he's showing. Okay. He's also, this is funny, very crazy. He's showing me if you can take a giraffe. Oh, I almost feel like it's like almost like a toy giraffe, or like a giraffe costume, you know, like little giraffe costumes for babies, like PJs, and it would have like the little spots of a giraffe and a little hood or something. He's just showing me giraffe. So, you know, when you get like the little, I don't know what you call it, the little horns a giraffe would have on the little hood. So I just wanted to share that because that's what he was showing me, giraffe. Okay. And he said, look, okay, I'm not there physically. He said, but your husband is, rely on him. He's a good guy. He goes, I'm going to inspire him. So you might, this is funny. So you might even say, oh my goodness, that's something my dad would do. And he's saying, you know, he's going to inspire your husband to do things for you and to, you know, keep you like safe, nurtured, comfortable, things that he would do. He's going to inspire your husband to do that for you. Isn't that beautiful? It's almost like build that nest for you. It's like build that nest for you. Okay. Okay. And he's saying, okay, I understand. He's saying, I said nest on purpose. He's saying that. So, just keep that giraffe in mind. So I don't know if there's going to be some, like you receive a gift and it's like PJs and it's like a little giraffe or you get a stuffed giraffe. Just keep that giraffe in mind that I, that I mentioned that. And the other thing, he just wants to talk about bird. He keeps saying bird, bird, bird. So I feel a bird is a sign from your dad. So just look for birds. Look for birds. Oh boy. And something I'm going to take, because he wants me to say this. I feel it all over my body. Something extraordinary is going to happen around after the birth of the baby. Like something's going to happen. You're going to go, oh my God. Sorry. You're going to go, oh my goodness. That was dad. I just know it was. Like you're going to feel him. You're going to know it. So just, you know, be observant. So, because he keeps saying that, tell her that, tell her that, tell her that. Because I just want her to be observant and not question it. So something's going to happen. And it's almost like I'm seeing, because he keeps showing me a window. He keeps showing me a window. And it's like, there's lots of bright light in the window. I don't know, there's something unusual about this window. So window, birds, bright light, and like, you're just going to know. You're going to know. I don't know if it's the way the sun's going to hit the window, the way it reflects. Like it's unusual. So just be aware of that, Alyssa, because he says he's going to be there. He's going to give you some sign. You're going to know without a doubt that he's there. He loves you. Everything's well. And he's saying, what a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. And he says, I'm going to be celebrating on the other side. I'll always be here for the baby. I'll be directing them, encouraging them. And it's almost like, watch where the baby looks too, because that's going to be me checking in, you know, over the years, over their development. I'm going to be there checking in. So just watch. You just try and hold me back. He's saying it. You just try and hold me back. And I'm going to leave you with all his love. Oh, Alyssa, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I hope this brought you healing. Oh, your father wanted to come through so strongly. Oh, that's just a wonderful message. Oh, God bless you and your family and your little one. So lots of love there, lots of love. Definitely protected on the other side. Oh, so good. He's so happy, so beaming, beaming, beaming. Couldn't be prouder of you, could not be prouder. And I'm not going to cry, but I just wanted to reinforce that again, how proud he is of you and your beautiful family. And okay, thank you. I'll see if I can do, oh yeah, I got a bit more time. Okay. I don't know if this may have been the first time I feel this is the first time your dad came through and he's just talking, he's saying, this was kind of nice. I like this energy. I'm going to do it again. Okay. And he's saying it was healing for me too, just so you know that. Okay. This interaction, he's saying he got healing from it too. Okay. Okay, as I move my mind to the spirit world, I have a woman in spirit. I feel older, short gray or white curly hair. And I know high up in the generations, like, so at first I felt grandmother, then I almost felt like great aunt. So I'm just going to put them both out there right now. Let me see what she wants to tell me. And I feel that this, I feel that this, what does she want to say? It's almost like she's coming through with apologies. Dawn, let's see if you can take this. But I feel that this great aunt could at times have a bit of a sharp tongue or a bit of a temper. Can you take that, Dawn? I just want to make sure I'm on the right track with her, because there's something about that she wants to talk about. And I don't want to say that it was all the time, but there might be like memories in your childhood where it was like, oh, where you kind of got hurt by the way she had said something or spoken. And it's almost a little bit, okay. It's because this is important to her, because she's saying that, it's interesting because she's saying like when you're on the other side and you do your life review, certain things that, when you're on the earth plane seemed minor, it's like, oh no, that didn't bother her. It's almost like it's magnified like 100, 1,000, 10,000 times. So you see things in a brighter, clearer way on the other side. So there's things that she just wants to acknowledge. And I feel this is with you. May also be connected with your mother too, that she just wants to acknowledge, because there's things she's saying that she could have done better. Okay, that's Dawn and that's Joe too. Okay, so keep listening, because she's saying there's things that she, oh, your mother-in-law, okay. I'll just keep talking, because there's things that she wants to acknowledge that she's aware of now, that she's bringing apologies through. So let me see if I can find out something else about her. Okay, let me just see. Interesting. Again, she's acknowledging, and she's saying this. She's saying, I wasn't the warmest person. So she's acknowledging she knows she could have been warmer. So, like, she's not showing herself like a huggy, kissy, that kind of person. A little bit more kind of standoffish. If you can take that. Okay, let me see what else she wants to say. She's talking about her sister. So I know she has a sister. And she's saying she was almost the opposite or different from her sister. Can somebody take that? She's coming through with apologies. Oh, hi, Carol. How are you? Sure, just go to my website, wendydangelo.com. Sorry, who did I didn't write down. I write down things so I don't forget. Darn it, sorry. I don't think I can go back here. So I got myself all in a kerfluffle here. So I'm just going to repeat information. And if you can take it, can you just put your name in? So again, okay, I'm just going to go back here. I still feel, I'm still getting this connection that feels kind of like a great aunt. And she's bringing apologies through about being a little too blunt and not kind of watching the way she would say things. So she's apologizing about that. She's bringing forward acknowledging a sister. I do feel that it's her sister, and she's saying that it's almost like her sister was more like flowers and sunshine than she was. And then again, she's saying, but it's almost like they balanced each other, if you can understand that. It's almost like if you have a sibling that's sunshine and flowers and rainbows all the time, how can you be that too? She's saying it's almost like you're competing against one another. It's like, so she's saying it's almost like I made the choice to be different, She's saying it like that. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Okay, let's see if we can, I'm going to try and get more. So she's acknowledging her sister, how they were different. I feel that there might have been like a little bit of competition. She hasn't quite told me, or I can feel into if her sister's still here or not. But I feel for the recipient here that she's highlighting this relationship between sisters, between females. It's important for you. So you would be having some kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's maybe some kind of relationship challenge that she wants to address between yourself and your own sister. Can someone take that? Because she just keeps saying sister. Yeah, Dawn. So a challenge. Okay, Wendy. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, let me just feel into this a bit more. Okay. I almost feel like it sure feels like a bit like a jealousy. So like she always got her own way. She always got her own way. Huh. She's like giving me memories of that. Like, and she's saying to me, like, this was her, like her mindset here on the earth plane. It's not now. So again, she's acknowledging kind of like her personality, her thoughts, her challenges with others. And she's bringing this forward for a reason. Joe, I do. Okay. Wow. I've got a few. Okay. And I feel it's challenges now because she's bringing this, she keeps talking about sister challenge. Okay, so let me just ask her what the message is here. And if anyone can take this message, please do. Myself, I have 3 sisters, so I understand. And each one of my sisters are completely different. So, okay, let me just see what she wants to say about the challenge. Okay, let me just see. One of the, I feel like your sister, whoo, the words, she's like showing me almost, it's like a brick, like a boulder, like so stubborn, won't move an inch. So stubborn, won't move an inch. Can somebody take that the sister's being very stubborn? It's like she's dug her heels in and no one can move her forward. Okay. Stubborn. And she's connecting this sister, your sister, to her and her outlook on life. Do you understand that? How this sister is more, but she's giving it in a nice way. Okay, now she's like, she's trying to give you some understanding of this relationship. She's saying, do you understand that she's trying to bring healing. Do you understand that your sister She's saying she looks up to you. She loves you. But but it's her demeanor. What is this rough and gruff demeanor? It's almost like, okay, I understand. It's almost like your kindness and the way of expressing yourself kind of rubs her the wrong way. Does that make sense? It's like it rubs her the wrong way. And I feel this is rubbing her the wrong... Why is this rubbing her the wrong way? I think it's about loss. It's about loss. It's almost like... It's like her... It's like her protection. Do you understand that? Keep people at bay. Protection, be a little gruff. It's almost like being a porcupine, you know what I mean? And you've got all those needles sticking out so they just don't get too close. Don't get too close. This lady in spirit, she's saying, I was like that too, but I misinterpreted things. You see, I know now. I misinterpreted things. And she keeps saying, you know, it's not the external, it's the internal. I know that now. It's the internal. So I feel that your sister has some kind of like inner work to do, inner healing. Feels like inner healing. And I feel the fact that you've started this inner healing, it's almost like, do you understand where like two frequencies conflict? They're like this, right? Like if you're really happy and really happy, high frequency, and someone who's more of a downer, blah, blah, blah. It's almost like this. They keep trying to drag you down. That's how I keep seeing it, like rubbing the wrong way, rubbing the wrong way. Okay. Okay, what else do you want to say? So it's a whole idea of just acknowledging that she's in a different place right now, and that she's saying, that's okay. That's how it is sometimes, right? People have their own path. People have their own journey. She's saying it just like that. But I know it weighs, I feel that it's weighing a little heavy on your heart. Like you just, it's almost like I keep hearing like let's make amends. Let's not keep this. We don't need this, it doesn't have to be like this. Like I don't know what it is. Is it snarkiness, a lack of openness, not really knowing what you're going to get? And again, that's, you know, all generated by fear. Fear on the other side. Fear on the other side. Okay. She's funny. She said, she's saying, tell her you love her and make it a day. Like right to the point. I love you. That's it. Wrap it up. Put a bow on it. We're done with this bull. She's so funny. Very matter of fact. And it's like, wrap it up. Yeah. Then she's just, she's talking about Christmas, the holidays. It's almost like decisions about this. Is this going to be a good one? Is there going to be a situation? Is she going to join? Is she going to Like, I just feel like, yeah, working things out, making it nice and flowing nice, right? Celebration, joy, all those things. Trying to decide, what are you going to do? What's the best way to approach this? Okay. All right. Let me just see if there's anything else to wrap this up about. Again, she's saying you've got to come to a compromise. She just keeps saying a compromise. She's saying there's nobody closer than family. You understand that? Nobody closer that will annoy you as much, but nobody who will have your back as much and love you as much. So it's almost like, it's like a holiday. What is this about? She's like connecting it to the holidays, right? Like this compassion and forgiveness, like a new start. It's almost like she's making a connotation, right? Birth of baby Jesus to the birth of a new relationship. She's just saying it like that. And she's saying it'll serve you both well. It'll serve you both well. And it's like, help her along. Just take her hand, help her along. But don't let her know you're helping her. Don't let her know. Don't let her know. Right? Her pride will get in her way. Her pride will get in her way. Little snippets, little snippets. I love you. I accept you how you are. What you just said kind of hurt my feelings, but I understand it wasn't a reflection of me, blah, blah, blah. Things like that. Okay. The way that you respond. She's just saying response, response. Think about your response. Okay. And it's almost like, you know, keep the cousins, keep the family together, keep them together. They need each other. They need each other. And I'm going to leave you with all her love. So I hope some of you could take those messages. I don't know if we narrowed it down to who it was, but it was just about healing in sister relationships and how important that is. And learning about how something seems like it's such a, you know, a big thing. And a lot of times it's kind of just pride and your mindset, you know, and then you learn like, I don't know, what was I thinking? That wasn't even important, right? Or doing little things, you know, and then on the flip of the coin there, you know, just, you know, being kind, you know, makes such a big difference in people's lives. So remembering that too. So it's each side, right? Remembering our thoughts, our words, and our deeds do create energy that flows forward to others, right? And it does affect the planet. It does affect relationships. It does affect the world. And it's a whole idea about everyone taking responsibility for their own energy. That's where I began. It wasn't about energy and how important energy is. You've got to be responsible. And when you put certain thoughts, even when you're just thinking in your head, those thoughts are going out, right? So if you're thinking, I can't do this, I can't do that, well, you're bringing that back to you. And the words that you use, they do affect other people. They either lift them up or they bring them down. And the actions that you take, right? So if someone says something unkind, or you just snap right back. Ooh, that felt good, didn't it, to release that anger? But really, was that the best response? Maybe it was a stop and think, take a couple breaths, right? Instead of kind of putting that out, that kind of energy out there. So just some things, yeah, definitely to think about. So there were some piggybacks there with that sister, yeah. Lovely lady, doing an awful lot of learning, That's all she wanted to talk about was what she learned and just sharing that, that knowledge with you. So it's the whole idea of, right, not her experiences not being lost, right? That she was ever able to share that with others. So that's pretty awesome. I have weird things happening with my internet. So maybe that's why my computer went down. So I'm sorry about that if it went down. I'm just looking at something right here. Give me 1 minute. I apologize. This has never happened before. I don't know what's going on. Okay, crazy. Okay. I'll just see if I can get one more message and then, okay. Isn't this funny? Okay. As I move to the spirit world, I'm aware of, boy, it definitely feels like it's a dog, but it's a dog that's dressed up as a reindeer. Can someone take a dog a dog in spirit that was dressed up like a reindeer, like little antlers. I'm seeing little antlers. I'm seeing a little red nose. I think it's a dog. I've never seen that. It just came in. So there's some story or a connection to a dog and the holidays where this dog was dressed up. Oh my goodness. So I'm getting like, yeah, I know it did look kind of like Max, but a more official version. You know what I mean, with the real antlers and the nose. I don't know. I think this dog was wearing a brown coat. It looked like it was a brown. I saw brown. Saw him walking. So definitely a dog that was part of the holiday festivities, would dress up, and I think this dog would have like different like outfits. A red lion. So Carol, do you mean that you dressed your dog up like a red lion? So I'm just trying to interpret that. All I know that is that this dog, I mean, the dog could just be showing me like a reindeer, like Santa's reindeer, just so I know it's a costume. A few years ago, antlers. Okay. And then I feel, okay, I don't know. I feel like there were other, I feel like this dog would be like dressed up or have like sweaters or something for different holidays. Like, you know what I mean? Like Christmas, Halloween, things like that. Just to have this dog involved in the festivities. Oh, okay. Carol's saying yes. Okay, thank you. And this dog is definitely in spirit, correct? Because they just came. Okay, let me see what this dog. And I feel it was like, this dog was like, not a really big dog. It was like lower to the ground, like not a little dog, but lower to, and almost like kind of plump, like plump, almost like a shape, kind of almost like a bulldog kind of shape. That was this feeling that I was getting. Okay, let me see what this dog wants to say. Is there, it's interesting because this dog, I feel like this dog is saying that they love somebody, Carol. And I'm just going to say the name. I could be off, but it sounded like the name Mandy. It was like, I love you, Mandy. It's like they're trying to tell someone that they love them. Can you take that? So Mandy would be a female. So I feel that this dog is saying to a female that I love you. I love you. And I definitely heard a name. And I feel that this female that this dog's referring to understood this dog, the breed. Does that make sense, Carol? Like understood the breed and the characteristics of this breed and how to handle this breed of dog. So there's something about this breed that's unusual. And it's funny because I wish my messages aren't going at all, so I have no idea. But I always feel like this dog is almost like drooling or something. Like the dog's showing me drooling for some reason from the side of the mouth. So let me just see what else. I don't know if this is connected to their passing or there was some issue with kind of drooling. Okay, let me see what else. It's funny. I'm feeling that it's a male. That the dog's a male, and the dog saying again keeps repeating, "Not everybody understood me." keeps repeating that. Not everybody understood me, but I had a heart of gold. But I had a heart of gold. And I feel that there was some issues with the dog's health. I don't know if it was allergies or because he's just saying that some things had to be figured out how to deal with in terms of what is it? Is it breathing? I feel like upper chest, mouth. Keep showing me mouth again. Mouth. So some things that had to be figured out, I feel, with the vet near the end. Like excessive drooling, panting, hot heat. That's what I'm just being shown. And again, the dog saying, I was always up for everything, always up for everything. Great personality, great personality. It was almost like you would look at the dog and you would think the dog would be this way, but the personality was totally different. It was almost like this dog almost should have been like a little fluffy kind of lap dog. It's almost like it's almost like dual personality. Like what I looked like and what my personality was like was kind of different. But I feel there was some kind of issue near the end of passing. I don't know if this dog, I almost feel, was involved in like aggression, a bite. It could have been almost like dementia for dogs, like not quite knowing, not quite being as alert as they used to be. I'm not getting any messages from Carol, so I'm just going with the flow here, hoping that I'm on track here. Let me just see. There was also some words said. I almost feel like there was a celebration of life for the dog, because I feel like the words were said about the dog in remembrance of the time spent with them, because they're showing, the dog's showing me that, like remembrance. And it's almost like I'm seeing, I don't know if it, almost looks like a little, I don't know if it's like something to keep ashes in, or if it's like a little box for the dog's body to be buried. But I feel that something special was done for the dog at the end of life, because he's acknowledging this, and he's saying thank you. And that it just reinforced how important the bond was, how important that was, that bond, and that he was aware of, you know, the rituals that took place and all that, and it meant a great deal for him that he was there and he witnessed that, and he's just thanking everybody. And it's interesting. He just wants to see, he goes like, I lived an unusual life, It's interesting. And it's almost like he's saying, okay, privately, oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Carol. And he's saying, I don't know, there's something about unusual life. I don't know what that means. I think there's a connection to just not a typical kind of dog life. Do you know what I mean? Like outside all the time, coming in, but like really part of the family. And I just wanted to go back, because I said that this dog just wanted to, I love you, I love you. And you did mention, Carol, your son. So I might have got that mixed up because I know there was someone that loved her beyond measure. And I know I'm just correcting this for the dog. She wants me to correct this and say that, oh, I don't want to cry, that she loved him beyond measure, and that he knows that. He's aware of that. And you know what? I almost feel like I see them lying in bed together. I see them cuddling. It's like, it's funny. And like she's giving me, it's almost like, you know, this is weird. It's like a wiener in a bun, you know, like a hot dog. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that close, you know what I mean? Like they fit together, right? Like a ball in a glove, like a ball in a glove. So I just wanted to share that with you. Wow. Okay. She just wants to talk about your son a minute. I know he has a picture. He has a picture of her. May still be in his room. There's a picture somewhere of him and her. And she says she's around him. She's around him. And I feel like it's like he hears her. Like, I don't know, hears her footsteps or is aware of her in some way. And she's saying that that's me, that's me. And she's acknowledging her caller. Her caller. So there's something about her caller is important. Your son may still have that. And she's just acknowledging that she knows it's difficult. I feel that he has some things of her still, like maybe the collar, maybe a leash, maybe even like one of these kind of costume things. And she's saying, I acknowledge how difficult it is, and it's okay if you need to like keep it in a drawer or keep it in the box and just pack it away for now. She's like, that's okay, just leave it there, let it sit there, let it sit there. When you're ready, it can come out. And she's like, it doesn't even have to come out. We're connected, right? Our relationship is eternal. I love you. I'll never forget you either. I'll never forget you either. And she's saying, you know, she does want him to get, you know, another dog. She's saying that. And don't worry, I won't feel like you've replaced me. She's saying it like this. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you got, oh boy. She just wants to sit here and reminisce about your son. So I'm just going to try and wrap that up. Sorry, I'm just feeling. So I'm just trying to get, she's just made me feel like this love and connection and this, he made her feel so safe. He nurtured her so much. So he's just, he needs to know that. You made me feel safe. I didn't feel pain. She's like, I knew everything was going to be okay. She's just saying, you know, I knew everything was going to be okay. And she's talking like about her passing. I knew everything was going to be okay. And that I'm no longer in pain or anything like that, because she trusted him like 120%, she's saying. So she's just saying, you know, never question anything, all as it should be. And I love you. I love you. And she wants you to think of her at Christmas. Think of me at Christmas. Think of me at Christmas. So there's got to be some funny stories about Christmas, like presents under the tree, her singing on the tree, pictures around the tree. So she's just like, yeah, remember me, I'm going to be there. And, oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. And she's just acknowledging all that and everything that he did for her. And it just brought her that sense of peace and that ability, like knowing, like she knew, I'm going to see more. Carol, she knew, Carol, animals always know, right, when it's going to be the time. So she knew in it, everything that he did and the steps he went through and all that helped her to be in a good space and to surrender, just. And she's just she doesn't want to go yet. She goes, I'm not going to leave it on that conversation. She's like, so just to let you know that I'm healed and I'm happy. And she's running around. She's definitely running around. She's found other dogs. And I know she had a nurturing maternal side because I see her with little puppies on the other side around her. So there's puppies around her. She wants me to say that. So it's like she's a good mom on the other side. She's like, I'm a good mom. I'm a good mom on the other side. I'm busy. I'm busy. And she's happy. She's healthy. And she, again, she's just going to say, I love you. I love you. And I feel, yeah, there's nothing like the love of an animal. And it's interesting because we were talking about animals earlier too. She's talking about her, food. She's just going into food now. Food. Loves her food, her dish. Talking about, I think she would go on and on forever. Lovely. Okay, and I'm gonna just in closing in the final, she's just like, you got to tell him, okay? So Carol, she knows you're going to, but she's just reinforcing how important he knows, because she's saying like that little bit of his heart still has to be healed. So just let him know, I love him. He helped me to get to the other side, a nice smooth trip. I'm busy on the other side. I'm healthy. I have some pups around me, which I can nurture and love. She said, I can love on them like I loved on you. And she's saying it just like that. And she was a real cuddler. She loved to cuddle because she said, I'm going to love on them just like I loved on you. And I'm going to leave you with all her love. Oh my goodness. So thank you, everybody. What a wonderful evening. Awesome messages. I feel like I've got lots of healing myself. Oh, sorry. Let me just see something here. I can never do see more, so I apologize. You're welcome to email me if you like. Hannah, my email's wendy.d'angelo, lowercase, @gmail.com. Oh, you're so welcome, Carol. Oh, thank you, Carol. It was such a blessing to be able to connect with such a lovely, loving animal. Oh, so beautiful, that relationship. Eternal, remember, eternal. So I'm just going to take a moment. My computer's doing weird things today. So thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. Just a reminder, December 31st, I'm going to be doing an all messages service at the Church of Universal Love. So look for that link. I'll put it up as soon as I receive it. There's going to be, I think, at least 3 mediums. I'm pretty sure it's going to be online. I'm not sure. If not, I apologize, because it's going to be in my area, in the Toronto area, and we'll just be giving messages. I'm going to be one of those mediums. I'm excited for that. For details about my spiritual services, mentoring, mediumship development, soul readings, mediumship reading, just go to my website at wendydangelo.com. And in closing, remember, keep your heart brave and your imagination wild, because anything is possible. And look what was possible this evening. Lots of love, lots of healing. And like I always said, you know, do the work you have to do now, right? Use your compassion, your forgiveness, your kindness. Get it done now so you don't have to do it on the other side over there. So lots of love to everyone, and take care. I'll see you next week. Lots of healing to everyone. Take care.